It's up to your husband to tell you how he knows Zari. Who is with your kids right now? And I was like, damn. Well, checkmate, Kanye. Is it making sense in your brain, Nadia? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Comfort. Thank you so much for being with me today. I really do appreciate you. Welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you to my returning subscribers, my people. How are you? And today I am back with another recap. We are on episode 2 of Young, Famous, and African. That is a show on Netflix. It's a reality show that follows African celebrities from all over the continent. Basically, we get into all of their life drama, okay? And it's good, y'all. It's giving what it needs to give. Y'all, episode 2 did not disappoint. And as you can, I'm appropriately dressed. In this episode, we're introduced to, the queen, Zari, Diamond's queen. We'll get into that in a little bit. And I feel like she would approve, of my Arabian night, because hopefully she won't call me Ashawo adjacent, or harlot adjacent, I think I'm appropriately dressed. So yes, guys, we're going to get right into this recap, y'all. It was good. It gave drama. It gave some people being jealous when they already have a boyfriend. They're being jealous of somebody else's ex-baby daddy. Some people were showcasing insecurities unnecessarily. Some people are confusion when it comes to how to handle and manage women. It was a lot. So we're going to get right into it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for more reality show recaps. Hit the post notification bell so you'll be notified when I post episode 3's recap, y'all. All right, guys. So basically in this episode, we start off with Diamond still trying to get at Nadia, right? So Diamond basically invites Nadia to go car shopping with him, right? He's on his balcony and he calls her. He said he wants to go car shopping and he wants to take her with him. He doesn't really know. And he says that she can pick the car. And she's like, what? I can pick? And oh my God. Of course, Nadia agrees to go because Nadia is confusion. Nadia, remind you, has a whole boyfriend in America. I don't know what those words mean to her, but sis has accepted the invitation and she says that whenever he's ready, he can contact her and that they're going to meet up for this car shopping date, right? So then we move to Kanye. Now, Kanye is having like a goddess photo shoot, in her house and, just basically trying to have a lavish living luxury life, bougie bourgeois photo shoot, right? And Nadia comes to see her. So her and Nadia start talking about basically what happened between Kanye and Annie at the ball. So remember, Kanye and Annie kind of got into it, and Ndile too, but apparently they didn't want to talk about Ndile because Annie gave her opinion on the way Kanye raises her daughter. She's very, very, very liberal, not even just for an African, just for I think anybody. She lets her daughter do whatever she wants to do. Her daughter's 15 years old. She says that she's fine with her having sex if it's tomorrow. She lets her live by herself. She lives next door. Basically, Nadia is she felt like it was shady because she invited you and, now why are you offending her? And you're at somebody's event. That's not the way that you go about things. And so they're basically talking about that they didn't really like the way that went. And then Kanye tells Nadia about her walking in on Annie talking to Ndile about her history with her and Two-Face and the infidelity and the babies and the whole thing, right? Yeah, it's actually insane, right? And that, she's so broken and you can tell it really affected her, and she just told me all her business and she was like, yeah, and I was making sure I got all the tea because I want to know who she is. I want to know who this person is. I still think that's shady to use somebody opening up to you against them, but also that's why I don't tell people my business. So so then Nadia mentions Diamond inviting her to go car shopping, right? Kanye's kind of like, what, you accepted? A man is asking you to pick out a car for him, and basically Kanye says that so she still has this Vic boyfriend of hers, and obviously Diamond is making a pass at her. Obviously Diamond is interested, and she's like, in the old days, the gladiators, they used to fight, so they should fight for this woman's love. They should fight for her. Girl, I don't think that's how it's gonna go. Diamond is playing. You know what I mean? Diamond is dibbling dabbling. Vic is really finna be hurt. American men. I don't think any man takes this lightly, but that's not my business, y'all. I'm just here to report. So basically Kanye's like they should fight for her, essentially, right? Okay, so then we move to Swanky and Annie. Swanky is trying to take Annie on a helicopter ride to cheer her up after her venting about Two-Face and missing her girls and all of that. So he just kind of wants to cheer her up, right? As a good friend does. So he takes her on this helicopter ride, and she says she's been on everything, private jet, all of the bougie whatever, but she's never been on a helicopter, and she's terrified. It's so small, but when they go up, it's really gorgeous. South Africa is so beautiful, y'all. I want to go so bad. I'm gonna go by the grace of God in the next couple of years, you know, God willing. Then they get off of the helicopter ride, right? It's a great time. So then Swanky kind of confronts, not in a like a confrontational way, but he kind of checks Annie about the way that she talked to Kanye about her parenting. You know, she was like, some parents are different. Everybody doesn't have to parent the way that you parent. And Annie was like, it was just such a shock to my system. I just felt that it wasn't right for her to be living by herself. And she's 15, like she's still 15. Like 15 is still 15, which I agree, but you know. And he was just like, yeah, but you're the kind of parent where if you're not with your kids every second that you're missing them, you're panicking, the whole thing. And every parent is not like that, and doesn't mean that they're less of a parent. And then he was like, you know, that's not what I was trying to say. But what are you trying to say? You trying to say that I'm too much of a helicopter mom, which clearly she is, which is fine, because same, whatever. So basically he was just telling her that he felt like she came on too strong with her opinions about Kanye's parenting, that it's let people parent the way that they want to parent their children, right? So then now we move to the guys. So Andile invites Quentin and Diamond to go golfing with him, right? So they come, and Diamond clearly doesn't know how to golf because he just, I don't know, he seemed like it was his first time, right? So they're golfing, and they're kind of like breaking down Diamond's history and his past with women, and you know what his intentions are and how he goes about basically dating his women. So Diamond starts to go into his ex and how wonderful she is, his ex Zari. So Zari is who he has 2 children with, right? He said that it was, you know, they had a really, really beautiful relationship, and they were really in love, and everything was beautiful. She's originally Ugandan, but she lived in South Africa, and he lived in Tanzania. And he kept telling her to come to Tanzania, but it was really difficult, I guess, you know, with her businesses and everything, and her other children. She has 3 other children. So they tried to make it work, so it was long distance. And then he started, quote, around, right? And he started doing, you know, dibble-dabbling here and cheating on her, right? And she knew, and I guess they tried to work through it under wraps. But one of the girls that he messed with, pregnant, and she was actually a very well-known person, right? She was like a popular person. And that is what really like embarrassed her. People tried to ruin his career because of it. They tried to stop his music. They tried to like cancel him basically because of the way that he embarrassed her with this woman, which I mean, I get it. What even brought about the conversation was that when he was speaking about her, he was just talking about how great she is and how, you know, she's a wonderful mother and the whole thing. And they were like, clearly you still love her. Like, is there still love there? Like, he's like, yes, I'll always love her. She's the mother of my first 2 children. And then that's when he goes into the story about what he did to her and why they didn't work. Then he kind of tries to say that he was basically telling her that it wasn't really his fault, that it was the distance. And Andile was like, no, you know, Andile was like, you can't say it's not your fault. It's your fault if you cheat. It's always your fault. You have a choice, right? Andile was like, every time that he cheats, must you guys be cheating? Why? He was like, it was his fault, right? Quentin is like, Quentin is confusion, okay? Quentin gonna say, were they married? And Diamond is like, no, we weren't married. And he was like, then it wasn't cheating. Then you're fine. And Andile's like, what? It's still cheating. It's not only cheating when you're married. In a long-term serious relationship, your girlfriend, it's still cheating. Like, tell Kaylee that. And he's like, I don't think it's cheating. I think the only thing that he did wrong is get caught, is what Quentin says. So, good luck, Kaylee. Run. Then we move back to the girls. So Kanye invites Kaylee out with her and Nadia. Remember, Kaylee is Quentin's girlfriend. He invites her out with Nadia to kind of get to know her because Kanye is actually really close with Quentin. They've known each other for like 20 years, right? So she wants to meet Kaylee, just kind of get to know who she is and welcome her basically. So he invites her out shopping and to do like brunch kind of, right? So then they start talking, and Nadia says that Diamond invited her out, you know, to go car shopping and all of that, but she really just just wants to make music with him. She's just trying to get a song out of the guy, right? That's what she says. That still doesn't make it great. She hasn't really done anything yet, but the intention is still not great. Like, that doesn't make it that much better, but allegedly that's what she says. We're gonna see later on that may not be entirely true, that she's just trying to get a song out of him, which, you know, this Diamond Platinum's understandable. So then they kind of start to talk to Kaylee about her and Quentin and, you know, how they're doing. She's like, we're good, you know, we fight here and there, but I think it's pretty normal. She says that one of the issues that they have is that Quentin is not romantic. Remember, she said that in episode 1 too, that he started off being really romantic and then kind of cut it off and stopped. And that when she expresses to him what that makes her feel like, she's not happy with certain things, that he calls her insecure, that she shouldn't be insecure. And Nadia and Kanye are like, yeah, that's not right to say. Like, you can't say she's insecure just because she's expressing to you something that she has an issue with. That's just like scapegoating, is gaslighting to make us tell her that she's insecure because you don't want to change something, which I completely agree. That is a huge red flag. You are not doing something that you initially started doing for her to fall in love with you in the first place. So then they move to Quentin, where Quentin's explaining to the guys that he's not romantic, but he says, you know, he cooks, cleans, and she should be happy with that. And they're like, what? No, that's not romantic. That's not what she wants. Diamond is like, that's not what a woman wants. If a woman's telling you that you need to be romantic, like, you need to fix that. Like, do something about it. Fix up, right? And Dile is like, how did you start? He said, well, you know, I used to buy her all these lavish things. He basically wooed her, wined and dined her, and basically sold her a dream. And then he just stopped when she finally got her. And Dile is like, well, that's why. She's like, what happened to that guy? That's the guy she fell in love with, but that wasn't really him. Peep, peep, another lesson, ladies. That wasn't really him. So he put on this show and sold her this dream of who he was. And then when he couldn't keep that up, I guess he expected her to just know that it was a show, which how? And now he's calling her insecure because she wants those things. And he's scapegoating, gaslighting, trying to manipulate her into thinking that that was never him in the first place. It's like, sweetie, you did that. Yeah, basically the guys are telling him that he needs to step his game up, that that's not right. Okay, so then we move to the car shop where Nadia and Diamond actually meet up for their little car shopping date, whatever, right? So they're looking at sports cars, and Nadia's supposed to be the one that picks, right? So Nadia says she doesn't like any. Oh, I don't like this one. I want something bigger, whatever, right? Then they move over to the side and kind of start talking about what are the intentions. Diamond is like, you know, yeah, you're cool. And Nadia is like, you know, I don't want there to be any awkwardness between us. I want us to be cool. I want us to just kind of take things slow and be friends. And he's like, yeah, that's cool, no problem. And she's like, well, if we're going to be friends, I need to know your real name. And he says his real name is Nasim, or you can call him Chibu. And she said, I'm going to call you Chibu because they used to call me Chop Chop when I was small. And he said, okay, that's good. Okay, C squared. We're calling it the C squared. So yeah, guys. So from now on, we're C squared. How can you be doing C squared with somebody else when you have a whole boyfriend? Does Vic approve of C squared? Is it making sense in your brain, Nadia? I'm just, women like this just, you know, they really grind my gears. Just like men like that really like just, it's just actually very, very ridiculous and very embarrassing if you ask me, but whatever, it gets more embarrassing. Nadia is walking all seductively and Diamond is like, I feel like she's doing this on purpose. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose or she's not doing it on purpose. I think she's probably doing it on purpose. And he's like, we'll see, right? So then we move to Kanye, right? So Kanye goes to visit Annie at her place to talk about the argument, the exchange that they had over Kanye's parenting, right? So she comes over and Annie's like, oh Lord, I did not expect to see her. Kanye sits down and Kanye's like, I really felt like you were judging me and my parenting and trying to, you know, make me look like I was such a bad mother and all of this stuff. And he's like, it's not that, you know, I was saying you're a bad mother. It was just really shocking to me. I didn't understand. Like, I was really trying to explain that I just didn't think it was a good idea. And Kanye was like, everyone's parenting style is different. Like, that's how I want to raise my daughter. I'm still very much involved in her life and all of that. And he's like, I still think it's wrong. Like, you need to be with your children. Your children need to be with you. And Kanye is like, well, girl, who is with your kids right now? And I was like, damn, well, checkmate, Kanye. Touche. She said, who's you with your kids right now? She said, no, we're doing the same thing, sweetie. Annie said she heard Kanye said that a child is not going to stop her. Like, it's not going to stop her hustle, basically, right? It's not going to slow anything up. And Annie feels like, I think that's wrong. Once you become a mother, you sacrifice, right? Which I get. I'm a mother, right? Kanye was like, but you're here to do what? And Annie was like, yeah, to pursue my, you know, career, to get my career back on track and, you know, to really like move it forward. And Kanye is like, and you left your children where? She's like, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. My daughter's with her father. She's with my mother. She's with family. Like, she's around family. She's like, my daughter's next door. She's like, how many miles, how many thousands of miles is Nigeria away from South Africa? Like, hello. And she was like, we're the same girl. We're the same girl. It was actually a really funny, but like real talk exchange. Like, I kind of like Kanye. Like, I kind of like, they really talked real, like, because they didn't really agree fully in a joking but serious way. She made a point, because it's like, Annie, you did fully leave your daughters to come and like pursue your career, even though you left them with family. Her daughter is just next door. Now the sex thing, girl, I don't know, right? I ain't got no 15-year-old daughter. I was a 15-year-old daughter once, and I don't know about that advice. So basically, they kind of like, you know, low-key resolved it and, you know, came to a consensus that they're just different and they agree to disagree. So then, y'all, we meet Mrs. Zari, right? Which is Diamond's ex, baby mama, the one that he was talking about that he cheated on and has 2 kids with and the whole thing, right? So Zari is friends with Kanye. Kanye's basically friends with everybody, essentially. Kanye has dinner with Zari, and they're, you know, just kind of talking, and they do her introduction that she's a boss lady, she's a businesswoman, and she really is that girl. Like, I went to her Instagram, and this is, you know, stacked up with followers. She's doing things. She's a mover and shaker. So then Zari, you know, basically kind of goes into, you know, where her and Diamond are, what Kanye asked, and Zari's like, we're good co-parents, but she's done with him. Like, they're not together, and that's it. And so Kanye's like, basically, I don't know what you do to these guys. They can never get over you. That even her first guy had a really hard time getting over her. And she's like, I mean, it's because I'm an amazing woman to them. I treat them excellent. Like, I'm phenomenal. I'm there for them. And then when they up, then I'm done with them, and they don't like that and they can't handle that, and then they're all like, which, I mean, girl, that's usually how it go. That's usually how it happens, you know. So then we move to Diamond's house, right? So Diamond basically has this beautiful Arabian theme, because East Africa and Tanzania, that's what they do. They were colonized by Arabic people, so that a lot of their culture is also a little bit Arabian, hence the, you know, like my, you know. So basically, he has a party to celebrate a new deal that he got, right? And he's like, it's the biggest deal that he's ever got, and he just really wants to celebrate and have a good time and have everybody over, and they're gonna sit on the floor and eat like Arabic style, right? So y'all, everyone's coming in, and they're like, okay, this is beautiful, this is nice, whatever, y'all. So Annie comes in. She looks gorgeous, by the way. Loved her whole outfit. It was beautiful, but it's a short like dress, right? She said she didn't realize that it was Arabian themed and that they would be sitting on the floor. She was like, ugh, yikes. You know, probably I wouldn't have worn this short dress if I knew we would be sitting on the floor. Everyone comes in, you know, everyone's sitting down. All the guys are there. Andile, Quentin, you know, all the women are there. Kanye, Nadia comes in. Diamond greets everybody like normal. Annie, Swanky comes in and makes a grand entrance and act like it's his party. It's actually really funny. And so they sit down, right? Kaylee's there, everybody. So y'all, queen. The queen comes in looking like holy royalty. Mama came in white. She came in actually very similar to what I have on, but it was all white, and it was giving alaja. It was giving like wealth. It was giving queen, madame, right? You know, her and Diamond, like, she, you know, gives like a little mwah, mwah, whatever. Y'all, and the whole night, you could just tell, like, he went from being Diamond Platinum, the big boss, everybody says, and even Quentin was like, and he turned into a completely different person. Like, he's like shy, like he's smitten by Zari, basically, right? Like, you could tell he still loves her. Like, they have so much chemistry. They're talking, she's complimenting him like, oh, you look really good, you know, the kids are great, and da 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 da. Yeah, and Nadia's over there sick, looking like, you have a whole man. I mean, I can't deal with this. Are you not embarrassed? Are you not? You have a whole boyfriend and you over there jealousing? Like, you not, just embarrassing. It was so like disgrace. Like, she's like, and I don't know who this is. I don't know who Zari is. I didn't know Zari was coming. Y'all, when I tell you Diamond did not have 2 words for Nadia, he didn't have Nadia's time. He didn't even have Nadia's eyesight, nothing, right? He was all focused on Zari. Everybody was focused on Zari. And she looked like royalty, right? Everybody notices that Diamond is not worried about Nadia anymore. And they kind of notice that Nadia is a little bit butthurt. And Kanye's like, ooh, We see the chemistry. What are you guys over there whispering about? It's the chemistry. Obviously, you guys still love each other. You know, instigating stuff like how you be doing, right? So then, y'all, Zari gonna make this little shady comment, child. And that's why I said I had to make sure that I'm appropriately dressed because I don't want sis to come for me. So basically, Zari says that it's an Arabic theme, you know, and she's also from East Africa. She's Ugandan, and she's like, this is kind of, you know, our style of dress. You know, Arabic is very modest, right? They cover up, they don't show a bunch of skin, hence the, like, you know, loose fitting stuff. So she was like, some of these girls are wearing things and their bum is out, and basically talking about Annie, right? That she's very scantily clad with a short dress, and that if it was her and if it was my party, I would not allow her into my party looking like that, dressed like that, y'all. So I was like, dang, like, she acted like she had a thong on. She had just, it was just a short little dress. Like, she did not know. So then, y'all, Two-Face calls, right? So Two-Face calls Annie. Annie's so excited, like a little kid in a candy store. He calls her, and she's cheesing and giddy. And, like, literally like a little kid. Like, it's actually really, really cute, you know, despite all their drama. Like, she was so excited to hear from him, like a fan would be, you know what I mean? But, like, in a cute way, whatever. It's her husband. It's Two-Face, so he says he wants to talk to Diamond. So, you know, they talk, whatever, musician to musician. He's like, my brother. And so apparently Two-Face knows Zari. He's like, hey, like, you know, they talk like they're familiar with each other. Meanwhile, Annie's like, she's never met Zari. She is the first time she's even hearing Zari. She didn't even know Two-Face knew Zari. Which, I mean, I'm sure Two-Face knows a lot of people that Annie may not necessarily know because he moves around a lot. I imagine she doesn't go everywhere with him. I don't know. Now, I'm gonna say, right, although yes, Annie may be insecure because of the past that she has with Two-Face, past and present, hello, but Two-Face kind of dragged it. He dragged it a little bit because after Annie got the phone back, so she's already kind of like, how do y'all know each other? Like, so then Annie got the phone back and Two-Face texted her, oh, please make sure that you help me greet, you know, the boss lady, Zari, big ups to her, da 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 da, whatever, right? Like, basically, you know, tell Zari I said what's up. And so Annie was like, so how do you guys know each other? Like, I didn't even realize that he knew you. How do you know? Like, she just kept like kind of, she overdid it. Now I'm gonna say Two-Face, like, he did too much. That's not necessary. You already greeted the lady. You already spoke with her. You already like did your greetings. Then you have to double on top of that. And then your wife has never met her. She doesn't know who she is. They're in the same setting together, right? You know what your issues are with women. Hello. And then you go and text on top of that, or make sure that you re-greet. Like, is she your manager? Is she, who is she? Who is Zari for you to be doubling down and double text? Now, the thing that I agree with Zari about is that Zari was like, because Annie brought it up, and Annie said to Zari, like, look, this is what he even texted, and he said this, this, and this, and I don't even know, you know, I didn't even know that he knew you, so how do you guys know each other? How you guys know each other, right? So that did get very insecure, and she kept kind of pushing it, and she shouldn't even have showed the text message like that. Like, she could have kept that to herself. Zari was like, she showed it to me, she made it a point to show it to me, she kept trying to ask, and she was like, she just feels that she's insecure about her relationship or something, or she's very suspicious about stuff because, like, I just know him. What do you mean, how do I know him? I just know him. Which, I mean, girl, that's her whole husband. Like, how do you know him? But it's not really up to Zari to say how she knows her husband. It's up to your husband to tell you how he knows Zari. Like, just be asking him. Like, that's how you got caught Googling him. Be asking him questions. But maybe she knows that he's not honest with her. It's quite unfortunate, to be honest. But that was the drama with that, y'all. So then, y'all, Andile and Nadia go off to the side to kind of discuss what's going on. And Andile is like, so how are you feeling about everything? And Nadia is like, you know, that she can see that there's clearly something still, you know, there between Diamond and Zari, and that she doesn't need that, and she doesn't want anything to do with that, and that, you know, he didn't even pay her any mind, and she's so ignored. She really liked him. He was making advances at her and all this stuff. She's actually kind of hurt about it, even though she has a boyfriend and she knows that it's ridiculous. Are you dumb? Like, anyway, y'all, so then we move to Diamond and Zari, and they're kind of talking. The night is ending, everyone is leaving, right? So Diamond and Zari go off and they're sitting down and they're talking. Zari is like, she does sometimes wonder that what would happen if she did give them a second chance, like, because they really did have a great thing until it just went to hell when Diamond messed everything up, and that she does sometimes wonder that if they could work it out, but she feels like it's so much trust to be built back, and that it's really hard to build trust back. So she basically sits down and confronts Diamond and tells him everything that hurt her, that despite all of the stuff that he did to her, all of the cheating, that she always had his back, she always held him down, she always covered up for him, she always like didn't embarrass him in the press, covered him, like stood by his side. And then when he did that and embarrassed her with the popular woman that he got pregnant, that was just way too much for her, that she would have taken a bullet for him and he didn't appreciate it, and that he didn't even apologize well enough. He wasn't even really remorseful. Like if he would at least been really remorseful, that I'm sorry wasn't enough, that he should have done more, he should have fought more for them, and he didn't. And that's why she felt like he didn't deserve her, right? It was really, really like touching. Like she really like opened up and said everything to him, and he just looked really, really sad. I mean, rightfully so. And you know, probably really hard to hear, but he needed to hear it. Speaking to him now that it seems like he really does understand the damage and the pain that he caused, everything that he destroyed, that they could have had together as like a family. And basically it's kind of a hanging situation that like if they could ever work. The way that she speaks is that obviously there's still a little bit of hope, but that there's so much trust to be rebuilt that she's not sure how they can do it. And that is how they leave the episode. So y'all, let me know what your thoughts are. How do you feel about Nadia being completely ignored? Like how Zari took over, how Diamond feels about Zari. How do you feel about the exchange between Kanye and Annie, or the way Annie even reacted to Zari and the Two-Face thing? Just let me know all your comments below. I would love to hear from you. I would really appreciate it if you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the post notification bell so you'll be notified when I post episode 3's recap. That will be coming very soon. Go ahead and share this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Now this is giving me, what is this giving? Liberian girl, you came and you changed. I don't even know if this is what they wear in Liberia, but it's giving. Like that's what it makes me want to say. Nah, but Matapia. Bye.